Приветствую, дамы и господа, с вами снова Демон, и мы с вами продолжаем проходить игрушку под названием Hogwarts Legacy. И в прошлой серии мы с вами таки наконец-то завершили задание с хитроумными замками, с полетами, с существами и, в общем-то, пришли в бар.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Да-да. Пойдем поищем этого гоблина. Чё уж. Игру-то проходить потихонечку надо. Опа.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle. Come now.
You too, Amit.
Oh,
Держи.
wonderful. Thank you.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The three broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
Опять стал с миссией.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Хорошо. Я, конечно, в реальности вот так вот легко людям не доверяю. Доверие — это роскошь. В в наши-то времена.
Necromancy is extremely
Но здесь мы молодые и наивны, почему бы и нет. Так. А где нам надо встретиться-то? Возле гробницы. А где эта гробница? Ну, это действительно похоже на ловушку. Но уж озвучивать я этого, конечно, не стал. Но я думаю, и так все прекрасно это понимают, да?
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
Летать мы не можем.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Ну смотри, слева от нас враги. Если он сейчас повернет налево, то все станет ясно. Мы, кстати, не можем идти быстрее. Это скриптовая херня. Что? Кто там? Волчара позорная. И долго нам вот так вот идти? Я бы все-таки предпочел бы полетать. Ну или хотя бы побегать бегом. Давай побежим. А то мы так очень долго будем идти.
The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
Жуткое местечко, да-да.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
Вы ведь знаете, почему Ранрок заодно с Руквудом? Чего мне ожидать в гробнице?
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the dark protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
Окей.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Перед «будьте осторожным» надо было написать «пожалуйста». Ну, ёб твою мать, ну. Он сказал «please, be careful». То есть, пожалуйста, будь осторожнее. Блин, ну не так же сложно, а? Тем более это субтитры, а не озвучка. Я понимаю, когда там это... Озвучка. Наложить голос на движение губ сложно. Но здесь-то просто текст. По сути.
Revelio.
Я, наверное, не буду собирать всякую вот эту лишнюю хуйню. Хотя, наверное, придется, да?
Moths. Curious.
Ага.
Merlin's beard. Revelio.
Так, сундук. Там чего?
Lumos.
Ну, это то ли портал, то ли дверь. Хрен его пойми. Короче, да, здесь лучше с Люмусом бегать. Кила что-то ни хера не освещают на самом деле.
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further.
Ну да.
Revelio. Lumos.
Я там уже вражину видел.
Lumos.
Кстати, плащ, посмотри-ка. Когда используешь магию, он начинает светиться.
Incendio. Accio.
Ага.
Lumos.
Так, а это у нас что? Ага.
Revelio.
Так. Где там вражина-то? Вон она. Два дебила.
I
Это
have a
сила.
feeling I'm not alone here.
Ебать. Нежить? Серьезно? Инферналов лучше сначала поразить огненным заклинанием, чтобы они получали больше урона от других атак. Изучите меню коллекции, чтобы узнать уязвимости своих врагов.
Incendio.
Ну куда ты, блядь, а? А, то есть пока я их не подожгу, они неуязвимы, да? Я так понимаю. Охуеть. Это пиздец, конечно, поворот. А ничего, что я вернулся как бы, нет? Верхом, да? Блять, еще один, что? Откуда вы вылезали? Блять, я не пойму. Пиздец какой-то, а? Вообще пизда. Ну вот зловоние мертвеца потом для какого-то рецепта понадобится, я помню. Поэтому их лучше пособирать.
Revelio. Accio. Repulsor. Expelliarmus.
Ладно.
Confringo.
Конфринга. Так.
Lumos.
Ага. Так, а вот и шлем. А нет, это не шлем. Это какой-то орнамент, судя по всему.
If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated.
Только одну можно? Да как так-то, а? Да, блять, в смысле?
Lumos.
А.
Revelio. Lumos.
А вы прилетите сюда? Ну-ка.
This has a moth imprinted on it. Same as the door.
А. Да?
Lumos. Lumos.
Чего? Я что-то не врубаюсь, да?
Revelio. Lumos.
А.
I see. This is supposed to spin. But how? Lumos.
Иди сюда.
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
Так, подожди.
Expelliarmus. Defender. Repulsor.
А. Вот так вот. Я понял.
Lumos.
Давай сюда. Да в смысле?
Confringo. Glacius.
I suspect you are the one who has been
Во,
interfering with a
отлично.
rather personal matter. The Demiguy's statues
Wingardium Leviosa.
were placed here
Expelliarmus. Repulsor.
not to meddle in the personal affairs of others.
I don't think Mr. Pemberton meant to use his own
Так,
stationery.
подожди, в
He
смысле она
knows
все-таки
something about those
встала?
demiguise moons. He's in Hogsmeade, apparently. Perhaps I shall pay him a visit. Lumos.
Блять, она встала сюда какого-то хуя. Так, подожди, что там про демимасок-то? Блять, я же нажал, ну. Так, задание. Луны мистера Муна. Ага.
Lumos. Lumos. Need
Так.
to get that platform closer. But how? Reparo.
Нет.
Repulsor. Accio. Reparo.
Так.
Revelio. Perhaps Accio would help.
Акио? Зачем? Куда ты его пробовать собираешься?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Ёб твою мать.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, ладно, допустим. Акио, это было неожиданно на самом деле.
Lumos.
Так, подожди, что там было собрать? Ага.
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Confringo! Depulso! The floor looks a little weak here. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Да не делал я Вингардиум Левиосу. Не пизди. Ты тупой, да?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Зачем, блядь, ты это делаешь-то, а?
Protego. Lumos.
Так.
Down I go. No other way. It's sealed shut from the other side.
С той стороны.
Revelio. Lumos.
Так, ладно. Пошли вниз. Вниз пошли, я сказал. Оу, тебе. Вот тебе и оу.
Incendio. Confringo.
Куда ты шмаляешь-то, ну?
Incendio.
Сейчас, подожди.
Revelio.
Где там Реста Моментум?
Arresto Momentum.
В смысле? А это еще и точечно? Я думал, это, блядь...
Glacier. Arresto Momentum.
Так, подожди. Да, блядь, открой меню ты, сука. Таланты. Что у нас по талантам? Это что? Ключевые. Так. Заклинание. Ареста моментум-то есть тут?
Confringo!
Вы бесите уже телепортироваться. Так, подожди. Дай мне таланты. Где там это Левиоса сраная? Так.
Leviosa!
Ну, чё ты, блядь, не атакуешь-то, я не пойму, а?
Confringo! Incendio!
Сука, меня заебали уже. Суки заебали. Вот ненавижу такие бои на самом деле. Когда их 1000, блять, а ты один. Это очень сильно напрягает. Очень сильно. Ты просто начинаешь путаться в кнопках. У тебя дохуя заклинаний, ты пока вспомнишь, где какое. Какого хуя? Тупой. Зацепись, блядь, придурок, а. Ой, блядь. Ой, блядь.
This looks even more complex. Lumos.
Так, где дверь? Хуй поймешь. Иди вон туда, короче. Нет,
Lumos.
не идет, блядь. Да спрыгни ты. Значит, будем искать ёбаную дверь. Где она, блядь? Да где блядская дверь-то, я не пойму. Куда этих бабочек-то сраных пиндюривать? Чё за пиздец-то? Алло, алло, блядь. Игра, ты чё делаешь-то?
Revelio.
Ты, блядь, она здесь. Вообще заебись, а какого хуя-то?
Accio. Depulso. Lumos.
Нет? Да,
Making
блядь.
this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it. Depulso. Lumos. Lumos. Depulso.
Так,
Lumos.
дойди. Теперь сюда. Так. Да упади ты. Где еще-то одна?
Revelio.
Я что-то не понимаю, да? А, ну да.
Depulso. Lumos.
Слона-то мы и не заметили, действительно.
The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lodgok won't like this. Better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway.
Это вот столько ебаться ради ничего, да? Чтобы ничего не найти. Прийти к гоблину, сказать: извини, нас опередили. Он развел бы руками, сказал: да и хуй бы с ним.
Lord Gok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock.
Так,
To
ладно.
think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
Так, полетели. Чё же.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
Confringo!
That's just the beginning. You will not survive this fight.
Я построен справа с того,
To
что
your
вы.
knees. Incendio. You're no match for
Да,
me.
блять, вы заебали.
Knew you were just hanging about. Aha! Back for more. Expulso! Too slow. Got it. Expulso! Ah, there you are. As if you could elude me.
Confringo!
No second!
Arrest those wanted. Glaciers!
You made quite conductive, aren't we?
Accio!
No, too hard.
Expulso!
Хватит меня толкать, сука.
Expulso!
Пизди их, а не меня, блядь. Ебёшь.
Expulso! Defender! Expulso! That's mine! Expulso!
Ты только мешаешь, ты не помогаешь, блядь, противнику.
Of inspiration! Expulso! What are your thoughts on electricity? Expulso! Glaciers! Confringo! Might want to look up solar lessons. Expulso! Expulso! Stop that right now!
Так, ладно, волшебники темные побеждены. Заберите шлем. Что там за шкаф такой? Ладно, допустим. Так, монетки. Еще монетки.
Revelio.
Так,
That's it.
ага.
This is for Rookwood!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Так, ну... Есть. Нет, могу. Я просто съебусь. Я не буду с вами пиздиться. Да ладно, запиздить. Все-таки это опыт как-никак.
Afraid to face me? I'm just warming up.
Clumsy little fool.
To your knee. That's just the beginning.
Arresto momentum.
Had enough? I'm just warming up. Pay for your deeds.
Все что ли? Да, ложки какие-то. Ага. Испытания, да? Так, чё там? Раз награда, два награда. Еще что-нибудь? 3 награды. Так. Вот тут вот тоже. Подожди-ка, еще не все. Ага. И... все, да? Ага. Отлично. А он все там же, что ли, стоит? Он что, еблан, что ли?
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Так.
I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you.
Ты что-то не
We shall speak soon.
договариваешь.
Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Да как скажешь. 7 из 8. Ага. Открыть, ну-ка. Так, новое задание. Нет заданий. Ну луны только, да?
Hello, friend.
И в принципе
I wonder if you might
достаточно
stop by the
близко.
Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Ага.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, Hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Ну да, ну
Now
да.
that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Да, блядь, чё столько заданий-то
I've
понадавали?
not heard from my Uncle
Да вы
Roland in
чё
quite some
охуели,
time.
алло?
I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Идите все в жопу, а.
Student who dealt with that lawyer.
Вот что я вам скажу. Ну, с Себастьяном к сестре еще ладно слетаю. Так уж и быть. Уважу человека. Да ёб твою.
Why would anyone care enough to remove my demiguise statue?
Так, ты. Пидор.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them.
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Вот и все. Так, ну, к Муну мы пока не пойдем. Давай посмотрим, что нам там надавали, блядь. С Себастьяном. Вот давай вот это выполним. Насколько это... Ох, ебать, это далеко. Давай тогда телепортом. Я столько не полечу. Да, блядь. И, кстати говоря, тут мы уже были, так что... А-ха-ха, были. Да. Но телепорта у нас туда нет. И это беда. Беда, беда, огорчение. Ну, в принципе, можем переместиться тогда вот сюда. И оттуда долететь, а пока я отойду. Продолжаем. Так, седлаем метлу. И куда нам? Вон туда. Не, ну согласись, 1000 это не 2500, не 3000, правильно?
I braided Brockborough more times than I can count.
Тем временем уже почти 5 часов вечера, без 3 минут. А серия у нас идет 52 минуты. То есть, в принципе, сейчас вот это задание выполним и будем заканчивать. Даже не буду отвлекаться на шарики, я видел там справа, что они есть. Но... Да, блять. Меня бесишь. И вот самое обидное то, что мы были в том месте, но я, блядь, не удосужился открыть телепорт в это место. Вот это пиздец, конечно. Я здесь был, когда собирал Диме маски. И я не думал, что нам снова придется сюда вернуться, но, как видишь, пришлось. Так, давай. Ага. Блять, во что ты... Сука. Ждем.
You made it.
Да, вот и я.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Пойдем. Веди.
This way.
И стоит на месте. Вот меня вот это всегда поражало в играх. This way. Сюда.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
И... Предлагаешь мне зайти первому, да? Отлично.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Дядя мудак, конечно.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
И какого хуя ты меня тогда вообще звал, ты мне объясни. Слышь ты, уёба.
Boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse
Ты
me,
чё себе
Mr.
позволяешь?
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, You sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope
Нет,
you'll
вот эта
remember what I've
позиция
said.
мудака, я считаю.
Good day.
Вместо того, чтобы попытаться как-то помочь девочке, он говорит, что не, нихуя ей уже ничем не поможешь. То есть он уже все списал ее. Она нахуй не нужна. Все, что мы можем, это, блядь, защищать ее. Блядь, она вырастет, ты все равно ее не защитишь. Она станет совершеннолетней, уйдет и будет жить одна.
Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel
И ты
it.
туда же.
Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
Ну, вообще он уже принял решение.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
Ну,
I wish you well.
I ought to
вот
see how
понимаешь,
Sebastian's
вот
faring.
дядя просто навязал свою точку зрения. Дорогая Анна, без тебя Хогвартс совсем не тот. Впрочем, Шарп все такой же гадкий, но ты понимаешь, о чем я. Надеюсь, тебе лучше, Себастьян. Да. Он просто навязал ей, что ее нельзя излечить, и запудрил мозг. А она: да, я согласна с дядюшкой, меня нельзя излечить. Помоги Себастьяну осознать это. Блять, да нихуя.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
А, да, он вел себя неподобающе.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Пойдем.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Ну, пойдем, пойдем. Покажи
All the
мне.
debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Сейчас, скорее всего, мы найдем следы какой-нибудь древней магии, да?
Dig through this rubble. Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get out. There you go. Fight about as well as a pumpkin.
Incendio.
Так, ладно.
Glaciers. Arresto momentum.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Confringo.
I won't rest.
Aha! I'm not suffering.
Such one less humour to worry about.
Defendo. Expelliarmus.
You've made your last mistake.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Accio. Glaciers. Confringo.
Блять, да суки, заебали.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Заебали меня уже. Серьезно. Почему до хрена не применился? Они вот иногда просто, блядь, не применяются. Я не понимаю, почему.
I won't rest.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Вот ты тупой, да? Я применяю, блядь, на одного, оно применяется на другого. На которого я вообще не планировал применять. Так. И он там сдох, все.
You don't know who you're...
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for.
Я тоже.
I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio.
Так.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Так. Кирка.
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
Revelio.
Согласен с тобой.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Да, думаю, ты прав.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at
Но
this.
обыскивать его мы будем уже в следующей
Someone
серии.
piled
На
this
этом
here for a
будем
reason.
заканчивать. Спасибо всем, кто
Is it
смотрел.
blocking
С
something?
вами был
Only one way
Демон.
to
Всем
find out.
удачи и пока.